It's been a minute. We have a new branding, rebrand, one of my many talents, one of my many skills. Anyways, welcome back to Dom's Day Off. This is a podcast about me and my day off. Did you miss me? I bet you did. Welcome back to Dom's Day Off. We are resuming our podcast. And I love how I started a podcast and then immediately, as soon as I posted a video about consistency, I burnt out and completely stopped. And that was it. And I think it's been like, it's been like a year, maybe more. I'm not sure. But I just know that I think I was like feeling this pressure to like say certain things or do certain things. And now I'm just going to be 100% me. I'm just going to be myself. But here we are talking into a microphone, into a computer to speak to you, my besties. And I know you've missed me. So here we go. We're going to give you a little update because I know that you're like, oh my gosh, where have you been? Like people have been saying, she disappeared. She's in hibernation. Well, sometimes you need a little time to digest. And that's what I was doing, was I was just kind of taking everything in, feeling the burnout, feeling it, really. And I think with social media today, which we'll talk about a little bit more in this episode, I was starting to feel like, oh my gosh, this is like so much pressure to be perfect, to be, constantly coming up with ideas, blah, 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 blah. So anyways, a little update about life in general. I've been switching to a more singer-songwriter vibe. I think people have noticed like, oh, okay, she's not doing like 100% like straight ahead jazz anymore. Like we're experimenting with what our creative direction is, what our sound is, what our, career looks like. Also, I can now magically play guitar. By the grace of God, I have just magically picked up a guitar and it's magically worked all of a sudden. And my whole life I was really trying to play. My dad plays guitar and he sings, so I obviously looked up to him, and for some reason I just was picking up guitars and they were not working for me. They were probably all built for my dad's hands, which are humongous, and I have little soft baby hands. He has electric guitars, but a lot of acoustics just kind of like laying around. So if I was going to pick something up, it would probably be an acoustic guitar, and it would be super hard for me to play as a beginner. And so I've attempted many times, but it never felt like natural or like the right time for me to be doing that. And then maybe like a year and a half or 2 years ago, I had one of my guitars that I had bought had like 12 gauge strings on it. Too hard for me to play. And I got fed up. I was like, why is this so difficult to play? So I gave it to my dad. He set it up properly. Bada bing, bada boom. Shoddy can play. Everything's fine. Everything's working. Everything's easy. Not easy, but manageable. It's not like you're in dying pain, blisters, blah, 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 Then, my boyfriend actually has a master's in jazz guitar performance in general. So he's been teaching me chords, little things here and there, enough to where I can like experiment and do my own thing. So a lot of self-taught, but also, I got a lot of guitarists hanging around. If you're interested in picking up a new instrument, I would highly recommend that. It could only benefit your experience. For me, what it's done is it's opened up my ears. It's really allowed me to sort of interact with bands a bit better and understand what they're going through and what they're hearing, what they're experiencing, what they see on the page, all of that. So for me, it's only been beneficial. I mean, I did try a lot of piano. I took piano lessons, piano courses, whatever. But I always sounded very like choppy, and I didn't know how to get past a certain level, like a certain point. With guitar, I think because I'm more familiar with it and I have like people at my disposal to kind of like fix certain weird things and get past a certain level, I feel like I have grown a lot quicker on that instrument. So I still do love piano. I play it very every so often. Like enough. I play it enough to just keep up with my whatever chops I actually have. I could like figure something out on there. Would I prefer to write music on it? No. Anyways, rabbit hole. I took a little bit of a break from performing. I have some regular gigs, but I'm not going, touring, whatever. Just because I think I need some time to plan and think and write and create and enjoy and be able to share that with an audience that I think that, wants to hear that kind of stuff and hear my journey and hear my story. And I'm at a restaurant and nobody cares. And everyone just wants to eat their chicken parm. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine. I like that too sometimes. Anyways, whatever. Another rabbit hole. We could talk about this crap forever. I recently in the summer did the Betty Carter Jazz Ahead program, which was really amazing. So if you're a musician, I think it's, let me look it up. Okay, so it's age 25 and under. A decent amount of people watching. If you're 25 and under, a jazz composer / performer, you should think about applying for this program because I absolutely loved it. Every part of it, I just felt like I was getting closer and closer to what I wanted in terms of like collaboration and mentorship. I had missed that after being out of school for a while, and I still do miss that. It was only 2 weeks, but in that 2 weeks, you got so close to everybody. So when everyone was like, all right, we're heading home, I was like, please don't go. Shout out to my Betty Carter fam. I love you. But yeah, I met so many great musicians, and it really, really helped my songwriting sort of develop in a different way and change my mindset when I'm songwriting, which I'll probably talk about in another episode. But yeah, I loved that program, so you should definitely check that out. After doing that program, I'm obviously looking for new opportunities, new programs like that to just keep learning and growing. So if anybody has any other programs that may be similar to that, or other opportunities that they think I should check out, like put them in the comments, and everybody else can also check those out as well. I've definitely grown a lot since I've last done this podcast. Going through like a lot of burnout and a lot of different things with like social media, like constantly going. And this is kind of like a newfound revelation, I guess, for myself. When the TikTok ban happened, I actually deleted TikTok. Shouldn't have done that. Alas, I deleted TikTok. Shouldn't have done it. I did it because I thought it was never coming back. I truly thought like this is done. And that sucks. And so I deleted it and I was like, whatever. Instagram, is the place to be now. And I'm a decisive person. I didn't do it because I don't like TikTok. I just really was like, okay, this is done. Let's get over it and move on. Next day, it was back up, right? And everyone's like, oh, TikTok's back. And I go to the Apple, the App Store, and it's gone. Like I can't. I literally cannot download this thing. Like, what? Then I'm like freaking out because I'm like, okay, I'm going to be left out of the party. Everyone's going to know all these jokes and references and I'm out. Like, or everyone's going to go viral and I'm not. And then I was like, oh crap, like this is bad because I was trying to build an audience on there. And I just felt like, I don't know, maybe I wasn't the right fit or the right this or that. Like I was constantly picking apart my content. Everything gives you like value or like, oh, this is educational or like this provides some type of value. And I kind of like despise that because like, and I see why humans in general, we love information. We love to know what's in, what's out, what's, bringing people success. Of course, that makes complete sense. But at the same time, I'm like, why has it turned into like, it's turned into a business. It's all business. It's all money. I just want to create and just enjoy and just, make things without having this like, I don't know, pressure. It's a strange feeling. I feel a lot of pressure from social media to be perfect, to have the highest quality, the best, blah, 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 blah. And then at the same time, there's like creators that are like, all you need is your iPhone. And I'm like, I was like, you want to see the type of stuff I make with my iPhone? It's like, but yeah, that's what I kind of wanted to talk about in today's episode, about how my relationship with social media has been lately and how it's like this love-hate relationship. It's kind of toxic. Social media has just turned into this like feeding frenzy because I used to love photography. I used to love videography, and I still do. Further steps back from social media I've been taking, the better I've been feeling creatively. Because I'm not thinking like, oh, what will people think? And those are real like thoughts that like I'm having. It's like, oh, I only got 45 likes on my last reel. Oh, everybody hates me. It's just funny. At a certain point, I think it's just gotten funny for me because it's like I think it's good and I'm like, wah, whatever. Wah, shut up. Like, and I hate that it brings out that part of me that has doubts rather than reaffirming my goals and ambitions and like my positivity, because I have so much love to give and so much like light and like lightheartedness and like humor. I do also like some content creators that are not like that. They're just definitely like, it's just rage bait. It's just clickbait. It's like whatever. And I'm just like, entertainment. This is entertaining. I feel like for musicians, it's a little bit harder to create content that's like, you have to show, all this stuff. Oh, the real you, like, when you're just being a normal person. And then when you're not a normal person, you're this unattainable, like, live singer who has this crazy identity. And, like, you're so cool and deep, And that's a lot of pressure to put on, like, a normal ass human being. Like, and I just want to live. Like, I just want to live, man. I just want to, like, make my little cute little videos and, like, be on my way. Thank you very much. I think we're going to wrap this episode up because, I want people to feel like, oh, Dominique, she gets us. She's just doing the thing, living the dream. JK, living the nightmare. No, I'm just kidding. But no, yeah, I'm just trying to, like, see what this does and just to try to have fun and enjoy it and talk into a microphone, into a computer, into your phone. That's all. Don't overthink it. It's literally what it is. Please follow, rate, subscribe, push every button that you see. Only the positive ones, obviously. That rhymed. That was a sick rhyme. Rapper. Just kidding. Please leave in the comments like any kind of topics you want me to talk about. In the future episodes of Dom's Day Off, we are going to talk about like songwriting. We're going to talk about guitar, singing stuff. We're going to talk about non-music related stuff for our normies out there. We love the musical guys and girlies, but also we love the normies. I just want to build like a happy little community in like a corner of the internet that like is a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the goal is here. But yeah, I'll see you next week, dog. We have episodes every Friday. Peace out.